Yo, what's up, YouTube? Today we back with another video. I got the camera on the right side this time because, Flight right here, he on the left, so I don't want to be in front of him because last time I made a mistake when I was like reacting to some Flight videos or something like that, and I had my camera on this nigga's face the whole time, my nigga, so like, yeah. But anyway, we reacted to Flight reacts to Victor Wembanyama's new growth spurt is scary. Hold on, did I read that right, bro? Victor Wembanyama's new growth spurt. What do you mean new growth spurt, my nigga? He's 7'4" already. Bro, I'm just gonna watch the video, bro. Let's get it, bro.
What it do, Flight Crew? FTC.
Nigga gonna turn into a goddamn fucking 2K demigod.
It may be
7'9",
but
bro.
June is on the way.
Bro.
We got AM Hoops. Victor Wembanyama's new growth spurt.
Hey, if it's very tall, bro, the league might be cooked. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, if this video isn't clickbait and Wemby actually got a growth spurt, we are witnessing, I already said it, but it's 100% confirmed. We are witnessing the second generation of Wilt Chamberlain, and I'm here for it. Bro, Wemby possibly reaching 8-foot status, the first NBA player to be 8 foot in the league.
Nah, that would be OD, bro.
MVP coming from Wemby next year, one in the chat, yes.
At that point, that shit ain't fair.
No.
1,000 times before getting drafted, because it was crazy to see someone that tall move and play basketball like that. And when he got in the league, it was crazy to see him make freaks like Anthony Davis or Rudy Gobert look small. So people started asking, how tall is he really? Well, we got the official answer when he measured in at 7 foot 3.5 inches without shoes before the NBA draft. Case closed, like 7 foot 4 in shoes. Ooh. But since then, people have noticed something weird. The Spurs listed him at 7'4" as a rookie, but then they downgraded him to 7'3" before his second season.
That's still even crazy, though. 7'3" is crazy.
No, the exact opposite. Photos came out of him standing next to guys with confirmed height like Zach Edey, and Wemby is clearly taller.
Facts.
So did Wemby actually grow and the Spurs are trying to hide that? Why? And what does that mean for his NBA career? But I just got the numbers for MyFitFoods, and you guys are loving it. That makes me really happy because I am loving it too. There are some
do the favor for me, bro. I was about to do it myself. I ain't gonna
30 for 30% off. Well, Wemby was drafted at 19 years old, and growth charts show that most males stop growing after age 18, but in rare cases, some may continue to grow into their early 20s.
That's a fact. 21. It happened to me. After my senior year in high school, I was about 6'1.5", and how I remember it is because gym was my favorite class, you know what I'm saying, in school. Always got an A, at worst a B+ in gym. But we did like the yearly gym physicals and stuff.
Hold on, bro, how did I not hear that the first time, bro?
My favorite class, you know what I'm saying, in school. Always got an A, at worst a B+ in gym. But
Flight, the chat talking about cap, nigga. What grade are you supposed to get in gym, bro? Unless you just don't show up and don't dress up for gym, bro. Like, there's no way you can't get lower than a B, bro. Of course you got an A or a B+, bro. It's gym, bro. I ain't even surprised, though. It's Flight. You never know with him, bro. I ain't gonna cap, bro.
We did like the yearly gym physicals and stuff that we do in a year. They just measure your weight and height, just light stuff or whatever. I was 6'1.5".
They talk about cap.
By the time my senior year was done, and then went over to the next year, I grew to 6'2", and then the next year after that, I officially grew to 6'3.5", bro.
He said an F+.
I feel like some males, if they have rare growth spurts, to still be going through puberty. It really doesn't end up until I feel like 21-ish.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. 21. I thought that's what it was.
When
Wemby about to be 8 foot soon.
Wemby for the first time, he saw the rookie do insane things like a block on one end and handle like a guard. But he said he plays the right way. I've never seen anything like him, but he is not 7'3". He is way taller. And whoever said he's 7'3", that's a lie.
Wait, Kumpo said this?
Really? So according to Giannis, Wemby already grew from before the draft to the middle of his rookie season, but apparently it hasn't stopped yet. There are several recent photos that all point to another growth spurt. And with these photos, we can determine how tall he might actually be right now. So photo number 1 is from early March, the Spurs official team picture.
Bro, him right here, number 18, he's a center too, bro. I think he a center too, bro. That just shows how tall, bro, he is, bro. Yo, this is crazy though. The league is cooked, bro. If he got way, bro, if he got a lot taller, bro, they're cooked, bro. Like they're done, bro.
That's Wemby in the back, and a Spurs blog called
they
Pounding
like
the
power
Rock did the
forwards,
math here. It's a
like
little complicated, but
guards
stay
to
with
him,
me.
bro.
So Charles Bassey is 6'10" and clearly goes up to
A what?
Oh wow, for real?
For animals the size of a goat, I'd recommend using fence spacing of 4 inches or less.
Oh. I've always needed this. We don't fucking care,
As a professional athlete, my equipment is very important to me.
When I'm on the court, I need to trust what's
I
on
mean,
my
this
feet.
is a better ad, I guess, but
I
we don't
personally
need
feel
these
like the
either, my
Microcore
nigga.
Pro
I'm not
2.
gonna lie, but
Wemby's mouth.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. We don't need none of that.
Conservatively, 1/8 the height of a person's body. So on a 7'4"
Yo, bro, and Move was giving some scientific breakdowns, bro. I didn't even know that. 1/8 of the body.
that would be 11 inches. But the mouth is a quarter of the way up the head. So that leaves 8 1/4 inches on top of Charles Bassey. Wemby is 7'6" 1/4 inches. But hey, that photo was like far away. We had to do some math. Let's keep it simple. Every Spurs
Wemby's 7'6", and then his wingspan definitely makes him over 8 foot.
Rookie of the Year posed for this picture in late April.
7'6", bro. Oh my god. Yo. Let's talk before we talk about his height though. Not everybody is meant to have dreads though, my nigga. Like, what is this, bro? Tim Duncan, bro, cut them shits off and just go back to the low cut, bro. I'm not even gonna cap to you, bro. Like this nigga shit, he got a bald spot on his shit. David Robinson, his hair look better than yours. Yeah, this shit is not it, bro. This is not it. He tried to look like Steph Castle, bro. He not like him, bro.
Tim Duncan
You better
Damn,
than him.
he makes David
You
Robinson.
definitely better than him, but like my nigga, this hair is nowhere near. You got the worst hairstyle on this picture. I'm not even gonna lie.
Robinson look motherfucking.
You would think it's
like
him.
6'5". Robinson's 6'11". Same with Tim. He's like 6'10".
Is 6'11". David Robinson is 7'1", and Wemby is a lot taller than
Castle, you know, he's like 6'1", 6'2".
everyone.
Bro,
But how much?
No, he's not, bro. He's like 6'5". He just said it, bro. Flight is, bro. Flight. I don't know.
Taller. Well, Robinson
Crazy, bro.
is older, right? Like maybe he's shrunk an inch or two, fine. But if we go to the mouth height again, that still puts Wemby at 7'6", closer to 7'7", which is crazy. But the latest photo is staggering. This is Wemby standing next to French prospect Maxime Reynaud in mid-May. Maxime is listed at 7 1/4 inches at the combine. So according to proportions, the top of the nose is the middle of the head, which means Wemby is about 5.5 inches taller, making him 7'7" tall.
What?
I just have to pause for a second, bro, because it's like, bro, how do you get this tall? First off, bro, like he's 7'2", and I'm still a foot shorter than him. I'm 6'2", bro. How do you get 7'7", bro? Like if this nigga go up to dunk, do y'all realize if he go up to dunk, he barely got to jump. He just got to put his hand up like this. He got it, bro. He got it just like that, just that easy, bro. Like, bro, this is crazy, bro.
What?
You run that photo
Bro,
through a simulator.
7'7"
It
in
also
real life,
happens
bro.
to say 7'7".
7
So
and
dude
7.
grew
7'7" in
about
2K is
40
normal,
inches
bro. But
since
in real
getting
life,
drafted.
bro, that's
Goodness.
crazy.
Woo-wee! The first is that the tallest NBA player of all time?
I don't think so. I think somebody was like 7'9".
Right?
bro.
Or somebody else? Let me look that up. Tallest NBA player ever. Manute Bol, which is Bobo Dad, 7'7". He's tied with Manute Bol. And here's my take too. When he brought up an interesting subject, why you think that San Antonio is like hiding his height. I think they're doing that because, am I tripping for thinking that I feel like if you're extremely tall in the NBA, like certain teams and just like the owners in the league don't want to give you like the biggest contract because they think you could be injury prone, or it doesn't really matter? I don't know. I just thought that would be a
But
conspiracy.
who
theory. That's my
cares?
thought.
So he's taller. What's the big deal? I mean, why
That
are the
could be a
Spurs
good
trying to
conspiracy,
hide
I'm not
this?
even gonna lie,
Well, in
Flake.
NBA history,
Could be
there have
kinda
been
true
just
to you.
7 players who were 7'3"
you.
or
Why
taller
did I
to
just
have
say to you?
notable careers.
I'm just saying that shit might-
Zydrunas Ilgauskas,
Said,
Kristaps Porzingis, and Arvydas Sabonis.
Check
7'3".
DM. Hold on. From
Nigga's tall as
From Castle?
shit.
I'll check right now. Hold on.
Castle DM. Trying to run another 2K, 1v1.
Can somebody pin what did he say something in the chat? I missed. Hey, Steph, Castle following the boy, man. I didn't even know. Shout out to Castle. He had to hit him with that follow back. What he say in the DMs? Hell yeah, let's do that shit. Castle want the 1s and 2K. Let's make it happen. Literally like 5 minutes. 5
I
minutes.
just said that, bro. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh wait, am I tripping, bro? Oh, this vid might be before they 1v1.
All right, bet. I just DM'd him. What's
Because I
his
seen
gamer
they
tag?
1v1, but obviously
Ralph
I'm not
Sampson, Rick
reacting to
Smith,
this when you
Mark
first
Eaton at
posted.
7'4", and 7'6", Yao Ming. And of those 7, 5 of them either missed an entire year with injury or had to retire
That's what I was saying, man. That like taller players.
because their body broke down. In
Bro,
fact,
I was so hurt with Yao Ming, bro. Yao Ming's
almost
so
every
talented.
player in history
Nah, bro, Flight, you know you don't give no fuck about that nigga, bro. Niggas be lying, bro. Bro, you've never said anything good about Yao Ming, and you're just lying now, Flight? You know you don't care, bro.
over
Stop
7'1",
lying, bro.
had a career plagued with injuries.
Bro, I remember this.
Wemby has
Yeah.
already ended both seasons early, even though one was a
Yao
blood
Ming a
clot.
goat, though, bro.
So the Spurs know, if we all found out about another growth spurt to around 7'6", 7'7", the entire NBA media would have a giant freak out.
Yep.
It would be wall-to-wall coverage on the day of that growth spurt announcement about Wemby's career being threatened. And every time there's a
Facts.
small little tweak,
Bro,
the media
your boy WS has IQ, bro. I'm trying to tell you, that's gonna affect his contract in the future. So if the Spurs ever decide, hey, we want to trade Wemby or whatever, that's gonna affect the stock and everything, man.
would immediately go to career ending. So they don't want all that stuff in his head, like for the rest of his career. And obviously they're trying to protect
You
him,
gotta
listing
lean
him at
down
like
walking through a
7'3".
room, bro.
7'3" is a joke. But the Spurs also believe those concerns. They secretly worry that Wemby's career might be a lot shorter than most. And how do we know
No,
that?
don't say that.
Because
I
Shams
don't
just
think so, bro.
reported something very strange about San Antonio.
They also have a ton of assets. They have tradable contracts. They have the number 2 pick. They have the number 14 pick in this year's draft. They have all their picks. Whether there's a player like a
Fuck. Is that my alarm?
player like they have the number 2 pick. They have the number 14 pick in this year's draft. They have all their picks. Whether there's a player
Who else alarm would it be, bro? This nigga funny as shit.
like a
Fuck.
He went to go check like it wasn't in his house, bro.
Yeah, I changed the battery.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think of Kevin Durant's another guy that the Spurs there was mutual interest in at the deadline. I think
Hold on.
they're
I'm trying to hear which one it is. Cause I might be able to reach it, but if it's like a cross, I ain't motherfucking the Hawk or some shit with the damn 90-inch vert. Hold on, man.
Bro, what, bro? You ain't the Hulk with a 90-inch vert.
If it's like a cross, I ain't motherfucking the Hawk or some shit with the damn 90-inch vert.
Bro, I just spit.
Is it this one?
I'm
Literally
like
10 seconds ago,
silky,
I
bro.
hate the sound of
Spitty
the
woo.
smoke alarm, bro.
Fuck, I just spit on my fucking table, bro. Bro, not a lot though, just a little bit, bro.
5 seconds, trying to find which one it is. Hurry up and ring.
Man,
I can't reach over there, bro. Damn, it's the one on top of the damn shit. Hell nah, I can't reach over there, bro. Fuck! I ain't gonna lie, y'all gonna have to tune out that smoke alarm. It won't have years, so it was on his last legs.
they're going to be looking very actively to see.
Unless I use a broom. Nah, I can't even get to it.
this
Is there
nigga, bro,
probably
get to the
any
vid,
player
bro.
we can bring in that can
Handle
take us
that
over the
after,
top.
bro.
Wow. So forget just Giannis. They might get Kevin Durant, 37.
Look at Hallie's.
No.
Bro. Why? Why you want to decide to make noise now, bro? You wasn't doing that all day.
27-year-old Kevin Durant, why would they
this
trade
nigga's
real
having beef
assets
with
when
his
Wemby
fire
is just
alarm.
21 years
fucking
old?
dead,
Because they are afraid
Appreciate
of
y'all
his
saying it straight.
body.
Bro.
They know that Wemby's timeline might be super
6'8"
short,
guy.
so they want to
Unknowingly
get a
funny, bro. He
championship
just
in while
doesn't
they
know any
can. This
funny
ain't like a
shit.
Tim Duncan where they had a 19-year runway to win multiple titles. The Spurs know it might be a lot shorter than that. Plus, with the new CBA, it makes sense to load up on expensive vets now.
not even listening
while
to a
Wemby is
video
still on
no
his
more. This
rookie
nigga
contract.
funny
But is this report even real? I mean, how do we know the Spurs are even thinking on that short little timeline? Because they already confirmed it by trading for De'Aaron
If
Fox.
I wasn't streaming, I'd be able to tune it out. That's easy as hell. I just hate like having my like background audio and stuff.
Instead of
affect
trying
me.
to
Man,
build
so much
slowly through
OCD
the
with that
draft like
stuff.
the
Just a
OKC.
fire alarm, bro. Oh my god, here we go.
Or substance.
Unless you gonna get me the
here's
card,
another
don't put
choice.
the ad on my stream.
Don't
I'm
stop
not buying it right now.
until you have everything in the
Niggas can't get that right now. You feel me?
Ultimate.
Maybe one day though.
OKC Thunder, they started spending their draft assets to accelerate Wemby's timeline by surrounding him with win-now vets. But what would it actually take to get KD? Well,
heard it
first
again,
of all,
bro.
his natural position is small
They on
forward,
KD
which
now,
is
though.
an
Let's
area
listen.
of need for the Spurs. Last year, he scored
Please,
27
this better
points per
not
game on 53% from the
KD a
field
team
and
hopper if he do
1.2
this
blocks.
shit, bro.
That is better than every Spurs player who played 55-plus games last season. But if the Suns
I
want
know a lot
to
he
demand
already
that
is.
number
Keep it
2
a buck.
pick,
I fuck with KD,
it's
but
not going to
bro, he a
happen.
team
The
hopper,
Spurs never overpay for players, so I think a 3-team deal might make it work. What about the Spurs get KD, the Suns get Nick Claxton, Keldon Johnson, the number 14 pick, and another one of those picks from the Hawks?
Man, hell nah, bro. KD to the Spurs, bro. Hell nah.
Let's get Devin Vassell and a 2029 first from the Spurs.
They going for this trade?
So the Suns here would get a young big and Clax to pair with Devin Booker and the number 14 pick in this year's draft, which is a valuable cheap contract. The Nets do this because they get a shooter Vassell, who is a valuable piece in their new offense, plus a first-round pick. But obviously, the Spurs would prefer Giannis, who is 7 years younger than KD and still playing at an MVP level. Dude got third in MVP this year.
Nah, that's for the Warriors,
Giannis
bro.
doesn't shoot, but Wemby took a huge leap
Giannis
there
for the
last
Warriors.
year. Either way, it's pretty
It's
obvious.
confirmed he's going to the Warriors.
Spurs
He's not
feel
going to the
pressure
Spurs. That shit
because
is
of
not
Wemby's
fair.
new
Do
growth
not
spurt.
let that shit
And
happen,
it's
Adam
still
Silver.
amazing to see a guy
If
his
you,
size.
Adam Silver, if you let that trade happen, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. They need to fire your ass. Get your ass out the league, bro. You just don't want shit to be fun no more if you let that trade happen, bro. It's like, bro, I'm sick. Like, super team's cool and all, bro, but it gets to a point, bro. Like, nigga, Giannis and Wemby, bro. Bro, no, bro. Hell no.
Play like he does, but the taller Wemby gets, the more you have to worry about his long-term future in the NBA. But
facts.
apparently another generational prospect's right around the corner. Cooper Flag is about to get drafted number 1. All the reports say the Mavericks will not trade the pick. They're going with Cooper. But then we get another
Shit, they better
report,
and need a small
and it's
forward.
just like the Mavs, isn't it? They might actually try a plan with Cooper that could completely ruin his career before it even starts.
Damn.
What are we talking about? I gotta see what they talking about on that, because they would be fools not to pick that nigga, bro. I don't think Cooper Flag gonna be a bust. But yeah, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and you already know, and I'll see y'all in the next video, though.